What is it in your mind that he's got to work on this year to keep from taking that little step back?
Yeah, it's a great question because the analytical person in me is like also, like, all right, let's just wait. Let's wait to see year two, because you just go back and you compare Jaden Daniels, which was one of the better rookie seasons of all time. Let's compare it to the last 10 to 15 years. Of course, you have RG3, you have Russell Wilson, you have Baker Mayfield, you have CJ Stroud. There's a whole bunch of players in there. And several of those guys did take a step back in year two for whatever reason, right? Various reasons. RG3's injury and trying to do too much, and Stroud's offensive line. Like, there were reasons. Baker Mayfield's offensive line. There were reasons why these things happened. But on the other hand, I think that is a good point about Jaden Daniels and his consistent improvement. And I think the thing that would make him regression proof is the run pass ability, is the fact that I thought Washington down the stretch last year started to really tap into his running ability and in key situations, right? When it's kind of like what Buffalo did with Josh Allen for a few years. Hey, it's 3rd and 5. We need a play. We know we're going to go forward on 4th. We're going to put it in his hands to run the ball, right? So they started to lean into their best running plays. That's a big reason why they converted on a lot of those 4th downs. I think Daniels showed a lot throwing the ball over the middle. We didn't get to see a lot of that at LSU, but he showed that ability, that game winner against the Eagles, anticipation throw over the middle. So I think what would make Daniels regression proof is the versatility of his skill set, his ability to attack every level of the field. I think we didn't even get to see a ton of his big time throws down the field. I don't think they leaned into that maybe even enough, his ability to throw that beautiful deep ball. Of course, it showed up, but you could even do that a little bit more. So, look, I think it's always a challenge once the NFL gets a chance in offseason to adjust to you. Of course, that's a challenge, but I think Daniels has the skill set to keep things going. And even if he does take a step back this year, I still think he looks like a future MVP candidate. So I'm not too worried about Daniels and his development.